Hello, everyone. It is Thursday and it's time for Disruptive Conversations. I am so delighted to be here with you today. A little bit of a moment here, getting myself all together ready. And one of the things that we know is no matter what it is that we're taking on, it is totally multifaceted. And so even doing an Instagram live, I need to find a space to do it, make sure I have lighting, make sure I have internet. And that no matter what we take on, there are so many other facets that we may not have known existed as part of the entity that we're doing. And yet at the same time, we have to become experts at this. And the woman who I have on today, my guest today on Disruptive Conversations, really embodies that. And so she's a person, Diana Mahrach is a person who is in the fashion world and takes so much into account when she does that. And we're going to be getting into deeper conversation about that today. You know, and certainly as we're doing all of this, I just want to let you know about the mug that I picked today, which is about kindness and kindness matters. And so that doesn't mean that we always have to agree about things or that we see things in the same way, but that we can have a level of respect and mutuality as we do that. The world needs kindness. I'm waiting for Diana to come on. I'm sure she'll be on with us shortly. And today, as we go through this time with Diana, you know, being a woman in the world of fashion takes on its own challenges. And whether it's fashion or whether it's another area, how do we stay with our determination? How do we hold with our integrity? How do we hold with our standards? And how do we come to terms about what we're negotiable about and where our non-negotiability is? Come on, Diana, come on. We're waiting for you here. Can't wait to see you. So if we don't, okay, I'm going to send Diana a request. Okay. All right. I'm going to request search Diana. Okay, we're inviting her. Diana to join. And I'm hoping I'm going to see her in a minute. But in the meantime, here she
How are you?
fast. You just appeared. Oh, I'm so delighted to see you.
Thank you
And
so
oh,
much.
lovely. So I'm going to introduce the show myself and introduce you. And then Diana, we are off and running. Well, it's
Yes.
Thursday at noon, and welcome everyone to Disruptive Conversations with Dr. Risa Reiger, in which we take a deep dive into the experiences these women have needed to navigate and conquer in order to have achieved their personal and professional success up to this point in time. And the women who I have been so graced with to have on my show, they're entrepreneurs, thought leaders, influencers, designers, attorneys, musicians, filmmakers, and every single person is so welcome, gives us a unique perspective. And today I am beyond truly thrilled and honored to have Diana Mahrach, who is a dynamic businesswoman born in Morocco and raised in the US. She has carved a unique path in the world of fashion design, couture, and evening. If that isn't enough, she also is a bridal dress and custom design specialist, and Diana can take on and embrace every shape and size and style of, and personality of every woman who she comes in contact with. With her passion for creating stunning evening gowns and memorable dresses, she has not only built a reputation, but also crafted a lifestyle that inspires those around her. Known for her love of quality and memorializing style, particularly her own signature evening gowns and lavish, and trust me, this is not an overstatement, lavish, I just lost my place. A choice of fabric. Well, they're lavish because Diana also, by the way, designs them. Diana is much more than an entrepreneur. She's a force to be reckoned with in the world of fashion and a force to be reckoned with in the world of empowerment from one heart to the next. And so today, to help us in our journey of disruption is Diana. So, Diana, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Risa. It's really a pleasure to have you here. I love everything you are doing and empowering women and just loving everybody.
We do it in as many ways as we can. And if there's one woman, if there's one person who comes away with inspiration, aspiration, and action today, we have done what we can to help change the world. So, Diana, you hit so many roles. And what is it that you needed to disrupt inside of yourself in order to have achieved your personal and professional success up to this point?
So, me as a personality, I love to dress women. I love to dress people. I love every person to look the best for their own personality as well as their body shape, their character. I just want everybody to actually feel well about themselves. And as us women, you know that we have a lot of insecurity in ourselves about a lot of parts of our bodies. And I think every woman is beautiful in her own body, and she should be dressed for her body shape and her body quality, and should not be actually putting herself down because every woman is beautiful.
When you take that orientation, and I know that you do, I've had the pleasure not only of meeting Diana, I've attended some of her extraordinary events where she gets to display and have people experience her fashion, that you go heart to heart in every single woman, all shapes and sizes, when they have your work on, that they're coming out with a different level of confidence and experience.
Right, of course. I feel like I build a lot of connections with a lot of these also these models and a lot of these clients, and they become like almost like family to me. And it's just empowering everybody and just making sure that we are perfectly in the right circle. Of course, we welcome everyone to be a part of it if they can behave. You know the fashion industry how it is, and we just like to empower everybody for their shape and for their character, and keeping in mind that this is a fashion of couture, keeping the elegance and also the respect to every woman, uh, like to keeping it classy and elegant and haute couture.
So, Diana, how has it been for you as a woman going into the field of fashion? We know it's, without knowing anything, we know it's an extraordinarily competitive field, and to kind of rise above and be able to have a brand and a look and a style that gets associated with you. Tell us a little bit about your journey into this world.
So I've been in this industry since I was 14 years old. I think I've experienced a lot of stuff. It's a lot of beautiful memories and beautiful experiences. I think there's a lot of gorgeous people out there. There's a lot of good people out there. There's as well a lot of competition as well. And in this industry, you meet a lot of positive and negative, and you have to make the good part out of it and stand out. Like, I don't push myself to stand out. I am who I am, and I stand to be for my personality. I don't try to sell myself. I will kind of like invite you and kind of like empower you, because as a Moroccan, our culture is always to feed people and eat together, and and we love to eat, and just make sure that we invite every woman and make sure that every woman is embraced the right way and also respected the right way. And as it's not hard to give to another woman. I feel like I always give to others before myself, And finding out at like 43 years old, I should give to myself a little bit more.
We'll
So I'm actually,
we'll have a talk.
huh?
We'll have a talk about giving to
Yeah.
yourself.
Yes, yes, yes. That's a different on a different note. But my my challenge always in the fashion industry is always meeting people with different characters and having to deal with them with very nice, respectfully, and also dressing them that they just love it. I just want to make sure my clients love it. And I want you to say yes to the dress. And I want you to love it. And then and they just become a part of the family. And like, I don't want a customer just for one time, you know? I want the customer to stay with me. Like, my daughter is getting married, my cousin is getting married. So it keeps going. Like I work really with a lot of recommendation, and I'm very loyal to my people, and I will go behind and like I will go for the last thing in earth to make sure that my friends and my family and also my clients are perfect.
That is a tremendous undertaking, and I know that you do that with your whole heart.
Yes.
When you meet Diana, I'll just speak for myself. When you meet Diana, when meeting you, you've got room. You've got your heart has got so much space in it.
Yes.
And what people may not know is that also, Diana has many, many roles within the world of fashion, within the world of fashion and fabric. But there's another piece of the world, which this woman who I don't think it's a function of balance, it's just a function of determination, figuring it out, is also the mother of twins. And
Yes.
so there's so much complexity to who you are as a human being and as a woman, and you address these multiple areas of complexity. So, what would you like to say
So,
about that?
being a wife and a loyal wife to my husband, and also a mother to my twins, and also a daughter to my mother that lives with me. And, it can be challenging when your mother still thinks that you're 3 years old, but and mothers you all the time. But I just embrace it. I thank God that I have healthy children, healthy husband, and we are all living a healthy and a beautiful life. And it's just when I come home, I disconnect from work. I try to give myself no phone, no other stuff. City Ledge. And then, as you see her here in the background, my mother is looking for stuff because she cannot stay without me for like 5 seconds.
Of course not. The mama
City,
to the mom.
I city, yeah, yeah. Sorry, it's a busy life.
But that's one of the beautiful things is that we embrace
Mishideva, mama, Mishideva, city, Mishideva, mama, city.
we embrace that.
Yes,
And
we have to appreciate everything and make time for everything, and I wish that I can put time behind and make sure that I actually make time for everyone, because I do have friends all over the world. I mean, when I travel to Dubai, people like, we also have a showroom in Dubai,
oh,
so
cool.
we sell in Dubai as well. And it's just I have a whole different family there, and it's amazing. They're like, "Oh my God, Diana, just sell everything in New York. Come live in Dubai. You don't need to be in New York. We need you in Dubai."
Well, interestingly, two of the places that you mention are two of the places that I've been to near and dear to my heart, Morocco and Dubai. So, hospitality, openness,
Yes.
warmth, and that there seems to be always, and I'm sure the same for you, there's always another seat available at your table.
Of course. You're welcome to come to our show in November. It's gonna be a grand show in the Atlantis Hotel. It's amazing. It's like gathering health, wealth, and all kinds of people, from fashion to doctors to sheikhs to investors to finance to business. Everything you name it, they all love fashion in Dubai. They embrace it. It's a big fashion industry there, and I'm very known. I always do 2 shows a year, and I produce them myself.
Wow.
And
Mm.
I also invite other designers as well.
So Diana, you've been in this business for quite a while. You know the ins and outs of it. You've seen how it's changed over the
Almost
years.
there. It's
Started,
good.
you started at 14. And so that really speaks to how you found purpose and direction in yourself in addition to passion. And so what would be some of the advice or wisdom
Lips, the
that
best.
you'd like to share with people coming out into this space now?
So, I just feel like everybody should not give up. You should always stay strong. Don't give up. You can make it, because if somebody doubts you, if somebody actually brings you down or whatever negativity, there's another person that's going to bring you up. So, just stay in your lane, stay positive, and keep doing, because, in this fashion industry, you also have to be very artistic at the same time. And you have to have your free of mind. You have to have like that clean mind for you to keep creating. And if, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's very important to have the creativity. And if you have to take vacations like 8 times a year by yourself, or just with a loved one, or with somebody that makes you less stressed, just
Mm-hmm.
do it. Like even for 3 days or just for 2 days, you know? If you feel like you're stressed with the kids or the husband or whatever, just go out for 2 days. I always invite my husband. He's like, no, you go, you go, you go, you go.
Mm-hmm. So you're giving him an invitation that he can say no to.
I always invite him, but he wants me only for himself. You
Ah.
know what he says, which was really nice?
Tell us.
He says, I'm going to tell you. So he says, I'm going to put you in a box and close the box, but only I will open the box when I want to see you, because I don't want to share you with anybody.
You've got some kind of magic going on, Diana.
So it's really, really, I love him to death. He's a really amazing character. I feel like he makes the perfect balance for me. I'm like the quiet, but at the same time fun and creative. But he's the very strong personality. So it's okay. We can handle it.
Definitely. And one of the things, although people sometimes feel that they want to be with someone just like them, you also don't.
No, you
You
need
don't
your
want to be with a
opposites.
clone.
Yes, he's
I see the look
definitely
on
my
your
opposite, and I love it.
yeah. And there's always the yin and the yang of that. There's always I wish they would be a little bit more like me, and also thankfully they're not also just like me.
Yes, yes. And sometimes we just said like about 10 years, like I would say about 10 years ago, I had the kids 13 years ago. About 10 years ago, we said, you know what? There's a rule. When you come to the house, no more business. He knows my business very well. One time in 2006, we tried to work together. So he worked with me for 6 months to manage, because we used to have many, many type of businesses, like 6, 7 stores. We shrank down after COVID in 2020. So after 6 months, like it's just I love having him around, but I feel like we cannot work in the same space. It's like we need that separation.
Hmm.
You know.
So, you started at 14, and
Hmm.
that's really, when we think about it, that's really a young age
Hmm.
to really know in your heart of hearts, and not, you've morphed and shifted and you've gone into different
Sí, yo sé aquí. No te preocupes.
within the field. But how did you start your career, and if you were to shine a light and bring us into a special moment in your career, what part would you choose to bring us into?
Okay, so you know what it is? Coming from a Moroccan family, they hardly want the women to work, actually. So
Okay.
actually 14 years old, so I came from parents, they're very traditional. like they look very liberal, like they not like super religious or so, like we're right there in the middle, like we are European style, so like Moroccan with a European twist, right? And so like they as growing up I was a very pretty little small little girl. So my brothers and my mother and my father are always afraid of me getting into trouble because I'm so nice. And they're like, oh my God, they're like, where did you go? Where you came? So, I was 14 years old. I just wanted to get out of the house because there's so many questions. So I found a job with one of my father's friends, and I told him, you know what? I'm gonna work for you with no money. Like I'll give you a week for free. So I worked for him for like a week. He still paid me. He paid me tons of money. And then as a 14-year-old, I was making almost $1,000 a week.
Oh my gosh.
I, I'm talking about 1994 or 90, yeah, 93. Yes, I was making so much money that I even transferred my high school to night school and graduated a year before time. I graduated at 16. I was supposed to graduate at 17. And and he used to call me. He was a Persian Jew. He used to call me. He's the cat, and I'm the pot with the milk because I was the best salesperson on earth. And he said, if I wasn't at work, nobody wants to buy from him. And then sometimes I'll get a cold or something, and then I'll be like, I can't come to work. He said, no, just come to work, and you could just sit down. And he knows I'm not just gonna sit down because everybody wants. So we worked together for like 8 years, and then my father passed away
Oh,
of liver
I'm
cancer.
so sorry.
And it was a really, really, so I used to always design clothes, but on the side. So, I did it like more passion and compassion. And like that was my art. And this is what I love to do. I used to style people and also dress them, go shopping, do shopping with them, and also do custom. But if I didn't like them, I didn't take the order. I would recommend them to somebody else. Or I'll give them the design for free and then help them buy the fabrics and say, I'm so sorry, I'm so busy. I can't do it. You know? And then after I started, I had a showroom in the side besides working. I was establishing my business at the same time as working for the Persian guy because he could not live without me. He's like, bonus, this. He was taking care of me.
Yeah. Well, really valued what I'm hearing from you.
Yes, he
Someone
he was he was amazing. And I think he's 90 years old. He still comes into my stores.
Oh,
He's like, he calls me mommy. Mommy, you are the best. Mommy, you design the best textile. Mommy, you do the best. You are always the best. He always tells me he's 90 years old. We still have a connection.
well, that's connection. And also, even when you were that young, there's a recognition of your value, your ability, and your worth
And
that you
I
have to
feel
fight
like
for.
a lot, yes. And I feel like a lot of people in the industry, sometimes when they work for a company or they trying to get experience in a company, like, or they coming in just for work and they do need work. I don't think you should actually, you should work from your heart and honest. And it's not about how much you get paid. Because to me, I was offering him free work and he still paid me because I just wanted to come out of my house. I wanted to be free and work and experience people. And I just want to be next to people.
Right. But the recognition of your value and sometimes we have to fight very, very hard
As
to be
women.
recognized as women. Sometimes we have to fight very hard, and I'm sure you've had your moments. But when we have these moments of without fighting by virtue of being exactly who you were and bringing your skills and your abilities, your talents, your passion, and that special magic, that special magic that's magnetic, and you bring people towards you. I know that that happened with my daughter, which
Yeah.
is a whole other thing.
Oh my God, I'm in
But
love with your daughter.
okay, but
Maris is an angel.
but that that it to be recognized without having to fight for it, those moments are very, very precious.
Yes,
I
well,
wish every
especially,
single one of us that opportunity to be
yes, so
recognized.
especially being a third child, and then your two other siblings are brothers, not sisters. Uh, you definitely, I'm the first girl, so they
Oh
did
boy.
not know how to treat a girl. But they, you know what? They love me so much that sometimes I think they almost get jealous for me, but not jealous at me. Like they don't want any people to get next to me because they are afraid for me. They are scared. They are overprotective.
And they're worried about what, somebody taking advantage of you or lying.
Yes, yes. It was like that since I was a little girl. Like I was not allowed if they brought their friends as men, or I mean brother, like boys, I was not allowed to like actually say hi. He goes, "Don't talk to my sister." Like
Well,
don't look at my sister, don't talk to my sister. That is very disrespectful. Yeah, they take it very serious. They do.
hmm
They take it
people,
very serious.
the way that you're loved, beloved, and recognized. And I know that one of the things that we've had a chance to talk about, although briefly, is sometimes people are very protective and very kind of holding on to their own light. And what
Right.
about you is that you are really clear about kind of sharing your light with others, and that
Yes.
feeling that around you, this feeling that when you share your light, there's more light that you experience, and not that you're doing it for that reason, but that you feel that you are not in scarcity, that
Right.
internally you're in more of a space of, in terms of love and caring and empowerment, more of a space of abundance. And so that you're able to light lights and have people take that with them, which is an extraordinary gift.
It's you know what it is. I had many times. Um, I remember last year. I don't know if you remember my last September show. I had. I don't want to mention names. I had a beautiful, nice mid-age woman that she was always like posing in the audience as an audience, like posing. She's she actually was a client, and then she was posing in the audience like she was a model. But professional models are a little bit different. And you know what? This year in February, I did make her in the runway because I feel like personally she did need it.
Mm.
So I feel like there's always an emptiness in some people's hearts and maybe brain, or maybe like they need to be loved extra.
I want to highlight what you're saying, because when you see that and you see that empty, that you think about bringing more love. And that oftentimes what happens is that people start to label that as, oh, that person's so needy.
No,
That person is so,
no,
you
no,
see
no.
it
I will.
differently.
I think sometimes, like just like sometimes I try to like really analyze what the person needs, and I find that I'm not gonna fight it. Like I have too many things to worry about. I have kids, I have a husband, I have a business, I'm a designer. I have a lot of women that need me, and I have a lot of men that need me also as clients. And I feel like even to my friends, I want to embrace them and make them look amazing because they do need to be highlighted. you know. And then I respect when there's somebody's birthday or somebody's event. I want them to highlight more than I do, because I wouldn't put myself first. I put them first, because as it's their day and they should be embraced. And because, there is a lot of people that go to other people's events and they kind of make it about them and more than the person's that has the birthday.
Yeah.
And I do not like that. I don't want to be on the runway. I'll post my pictures differently, but I will embrace that person because they do need it. It's their birthday, it's their event, it's their day. And I always say it to everyone. They must be like, if I told Maris, when you get married, I'm going to be your bodyguard. Everybody's going to come out. It's going to be like, out of your way. The bride is coming. Okay. I want to be not posted.
Amazing. So, Diane,
Yes.
our time goes it goes by
Yes.
so quickly together. What would you like to leave our one piece of wisdom that you would like to leave our communities with today?
So, saying my 90% of my business is women, 10% is men. I love you, men, but I love my women more. So, for women, ladies, stop talking about what's your negative and what's your I don't like this, I don't like that. Let's just fix it. Come to Diana Mirage. Let's book your dress. Let's make your custom piece. And I can definitely help you in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be if it's basic or evening or couture or business wear. I pretty much make every custom piece, and we will work on embracing and your body for the style that works for you. You do not have to be for everyone. You can be your own style. You need to stand out in your own skin. And if somebody does not like that, it's their problem, because every woman is beautiful in their own skin. And I'm here to help you all the time. Diana Mirage Couture, 263 West 39th Street, and New York, New York. And you can Instagram me or DM me or WhatsApp me at 917-723-5357. Thank you.
Well, for anyone who hasn't been able to join us today, it's not too late. This is going to be on my Instagram feed. It's going to be on Diana's. There are women, men who know women who really need to hear this and know this. And the insight is so important to take with you. So you can find Diana. You'll be able to listen to her and hear her wisdom again. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to take a moment to take our cover shot. I want to let you know that I'm so thrilled to have you. I'm honored, and thank you so much for giving so much of your experience, your wisdom, your heart, and your soul to our communities today. And our cover shot. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Okay.
And one more. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us today for Disruptive Conversations. And remember that, oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Risa Reiger, a clinical psychologist. I'm an expert in change. Remember that positive change can happen at any point in time. You're never too late, but in order to create change, we need to disrupt. You need to disrupt a thought, a feeling, a belief, a habit, a behavior in order to create your 10.0 life. And I know for sure that after hearing Diana today, there's something that you're taking away to start doing that for yourself. Can't wait to see you again next time, next week. And remember, I've saved a seat for you. See you
Thank you so
so much,
much.
Diana.
I love you, Dr.
I love
Teresa. Thank you.
you.
Thank you
Okay,
so
bye-bye.
much. Bye bye.